Let's talk about Gotham by Gaslight in my DC Cinematic Universe, Elseworlds.
It's set in 1889. Bruce Wayne gets back from London. We get a little hint that he was training with Sherlock Holmes the entire time. And then murders start happening in Gotham. And they realize Jack the Ripper has come to Gotham City. So then Batman starts investigating it. He gets found by Jim Gordon while investigating the first murder of burlesque dancer Pamela Isley. And Jim Gordon believes that the Batman is Jack the Ripper, because they've never seen this guy before. Later, Bruce Wayne is attending the Dionysus Club, which is just sort of a billionaires club, and we get to meet Oliver Queen, Oswald Cobblepot, and Selina Kyle, an old childhood friend of Bruce's that they grew up together in an orphanage. And they talk about their mentor, Leslie Tompkins, and then, oh my god, Leslie Tompkins is the next person murdered, and they find a Dionysus Club pin next to her dead body. Someone there must be Jack. And Bruce suspects Harvey Dent. You see, Harvey had just recently gotten back from teaching abroad at Oxford University near London. He was teaching law. So Bruce investigates Harvey and finds evidence that Harvey is suffering from split personality disorder, and he's covering it up. Later, at some big fancy gala, Bruce is approached by Dr. Harleen Quinzel, Harvey Dent's doctor, and she says, "Meet me outside in 20 minutes. I have some very important information for you. I know you're Batman." This interaction is witnessed by both Jim Gordon and Detective Harvey Bullock, and they share a knowing glance. Bruce drifts away to go try and meet Harleen in private, but when he finds her, he finds Harleen murdered, her throat slit, clearly by Jack the Ripper. And he is found by Gordon and Bullock, and Bruce Wayne is arrested under suspicion of being Jack the Ripper. And he is thrown in Blackgate Penitentiary. But at night, he breaks out thanks to the help of a group of street youths right outside his window, known as the Robins. And as Bruce is investigating the murders more, he starts working alongside Selina Kyle, who believes that Bruce Wayne is innocent and not Jack the Ripper, but who isn't yet sure whether or not this guy is innocent. They work together for a little bit, but then when she realizes this is Bruce, that is proof to her beyond a shadow of a doubt Bruce is Jack the Ripper. And so Selina sprints off to go tell Jim Gordon that Bruce is in fact the murderer. But this guy goes to Dr. Harleen Quinzel's office and begins rummaging around stuff. And he finds Harvey Dent's file, and he reads it to find out Harvey Dent does suffer from split personality disorder, but thanks to a cool therapeutic tick of flipping his coin, he has it completely managed. He got that worked out with Dr. Harleen Quinzel, but Bruce finds evidence that there's a missing file in here. And when he checks the fireplace of this office, he finds a scrap of paper, unburnt, and his eyes go wide. We then cut to Jim Gordon's house, and we see Selina Kyle run in and say, "Hey, yo, Bruce Wayne is Batman, and Batman is Jack the Ripper. We gotta fucking hide. That dude's definitely coming for me." Batman arrives at Jim Gordon's house sometimes later, and Batman confronts Selina and Jim, who insist that he must be Jack the Ripper, but Bruce flips the script, and he starts questioning Jim. He brings up Jim's abusive childhood, the trauma Jim suffered while fighting in the American Civil War, and his time abroad that he only recently returned from. And the damning piece, that Jim Gordon himself had been seeing Dr. Harleen Quinzel due to his own psychological issues. And while this is happening, Selina very slowly turns to look at Jim Gordon, and Jim Gordon laughs. And then Jim Gordon pulls out a knife, pulls Selina towards him, and holds it to her throat. Yes, he is indeed Jack the Ripper. Due to all of this stuff, he has gone cuckoo banana shoes, and he believes that he has to murder people to clean the streets of these harlots. Now everything is going perfectly, because he can just kill Selina and definitively frame Bruce for his crimes so he can continue his work. But then we hear a gun cock, and stepping out of the shadows from the back door is Detective Bullock. Turns out Bruce ran to Bullock first and told him everything, promising to turn himself in if he had been wrong. This now has Gordon feeling incredibly trapped, and everything grows worse when we hear "Daddy?" and we see that his young daughter Barbara has woken up and discovered everything that's going on here. And Jim just full-blown snaps. He slashes Selina's throat and leaps at Bullock, knocking down a lantern as they fight. After stabbing Bullock, he turns to fight Batman, and they fight, but the fire grows and grows, and the house fills with a thick smoke. Realizing stuff's going bad, Batman decides to get Bullock and Selina out of there. He drags them outside, and while the smoke is super thick and he can't see anything, Gordon starts slashing around wildly, and he accidentally slashes Barbara's throat, and his daughter falls to the ground. Seeing what he has done, Jim Gordon takes his own life. Bruce runs back in to find Barbara Jr. still alive. He grabs her and rushes her outside just in time for the fire department to arrive. And as the GCPD also arrive and are about to take Batman in, Bullock clears his name. Batman runs free. He returns to Blackgate as Bruce Wayne, and Bruce Wayne has his name cleared as well. Then, after he is out of prison, he approaches the Robin Street youth that have been helping him break out of prison this whole time and offers to adopt them. And that is my version of Batman Gotham by Gaslight. Tune in tomorrow for Superman Red Sun.